Caleb writes in. Caleb says, hello, Zach. I am very excited for the NFL this year and this new decade in the 2020s. What themes do you think will play out in this era, 2020 to 2029 of football? First of all, Caleb, I love you. You're a big supporter of mine. You're awesome. And I love your question, but I'm going to expand your question beyond and broaden the conversation beyond just football. Because when I read this question, my mind actually went immediately to the NBA and the MLB, Major League Baseball. First of all, I can't wait to see who will be the best player in the world in basketball in 10 years. I don't know. It feels to me like this next decade in NBA is going to belong to Giannis, the Greek freak out of Milwaukee. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite players. The way he's transformed his body, the way he's developed as a player, and he's the best in the world, and he's still getting better. It's like, this is awesome. I love it. And I also wonder, will Zion pan out? Is Zion Williamson with the New Orleans Pelicans, is he going to work? Is he going to be Greg Oden and get hurt and flame out, or is he going to become a great star with a lot of longevity? I don't know, but Zion is so fascinating to me. In 10 years, will Zion still be in the NBA? I don't know. I hope so, because it'd be fun if he was. That'd be a great league with Zion for 10 years. Will the Pelicans ever get better? I genuinely wonder, because the Pelicans are this young team with young stars everywhere. Are they going to win? Are they going to make the playoffs someday? Are they going to make a run? I don't know, but I'd love to see that happen. We get to watch Luka Doncic in the next 10 years, which is unbelievable. Will Trae Young ever change the Atlanta Hawks? Ja Morant's awesome. We get to watch the Denver Nuggets develop and get better. And then when I think about baseball, this is brutal. It's going to make baseball people mad, but I genuinely wonder, will baseball be around in 10 years? Is baseball still going to be a thing? I'm sure it will to some degree. But is Major League Baseball going to be on television in 10 years? I genuinely wonder that. I hate the Pro Bowl. I think the Pro Bowl is an insult to football. And I'm not going to watch the Pro Bowl. I don't give it any oxygen. I don't talk about it. It's like my silent protest. I hate the Pro Bowl. I want it to be gone. It's not good for anybody. It's just awful. It's a waste of time. Will the Pro Bowl be around? I don't know. But when I think about the Pro Bowl, it's weird to me that the Pro Bowl is an awful product that nobody likes and not very many people will watch. But it still gets higher ratings on television than some of the Major League Baseball playoff games, which is just crazy to me. Baseball is at a low point right now. Cheating is causing them to really deal with problems. The majority of people in college or in their 20s don't care about baseball. It seems to me first of all, the unwritten rules of baseball are killing the sport. I hate it. I think social media needs to be more prevalent. They really have this lockdown on social media. They don't let people share their videos. They're a pain. They make people like John Boy. John Boy Media is the best thing in the world for baseball, and they're not nice to him. They're not better to him. They should really let him monetize his videos. They should let him do more, but they have this lock and key thing that makes his life harder. They take the personality out of baseball with their unwritten rules, like bat flips. I love them. That's my favorite moment in baseball. A guy hits a home run and he stares down the pitcher. He flips his bat to celebrate. That's awesome. And baseball doesn't like those, which is so dumb. Social media loves them. When I watch during the NFL season, every Saturday and Sunday, all I see on my phone are guy dancing, he scores a touchdown. What's his dance? How does the team celebrate? You don't get that moment in baseball because they censor it. They don't like it. They literally hate personality. And it seems to me like the only people I know in their early 20s that watch baseball are literally dudes who used to play baseball in high school. And that's not a big enough group of people to sustain the business that Major League Baseball is. And then even worse is that the majority of baseball's fan base are old people. My grandpa. And my grandpa watches baseball he doesn't really watch it. He kind of falls asleep to it. It's just sitting on his television. It's on because it's the thing that's on. But whether baseball was on or something else, my grandpa would be in that chair regardless. He's not glued to the television. It's background noise. And that's what baseball is for a lot of old people. What happens when old people die? Because if you don't know, this is a really controversial opinion. It's actually not an opinion. It's fact. Old people die. What happens when their fan base, the majority of their fan base, dies and gets so old they're just not around anymore? Their fan base is literally going to die off in Major League Baseball. So I don't know, man. What's going to happen to baseball in the next 10 years? I have no idea. I'm so curious. In football, I do wonder. I said I would talk about football. Oh, I'm so curious. Will the Cleveland Browns ever make it work? Are they ever going to win? I so badly would love to see the Browns win, but they might not ever make it happen. And then how is the quarterback position going to evolve and change in the next 10 years. We saw recently, like, quarterbacks now have to be mobile. It's just, you have to be. If you can't extend a play and move around, you're not going to succeed as a quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying you need to run like Lamar Jackson, but if you got concrete feet and you can't move and extend a play and run to the perimeter between, to the sideline at least, you're not going to make it work as an NFL quarterback. I also wonder, are quarterback gurus as head coaches? The last quarterback guru I can really think of is that, what is his name? I'm blanking on it right now. It's the bald guy who coached for the Cleveland Browns. He was the last quarterback guru I can really think who got a job. I think that stigma, that thing, quarterback guru, is gone. Joey Judge got hired by the Giants. Matt Rule. The guys being hired now for NFL head coaches are good leaders of men who delegate and hire offensive coordinators and they don't focus on one thing. The guru mentality with head coaches appears to be over, which is a good thing in my book, because it's better to have a great leader who can delegate to other talented people rather than a guy who's just the best at quarterbacks. Like, the best at quarterbacks should coach quarterbacks, not an entire football team. So is the quarterback guru era over? That's what I'm excited to watch in the NFL and in football. I'm curious what young quarterbacks won't make it. There's a lot of young quarterbacks right now with potential, by the way. Gardner Minshew, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones, Justin Herbert, Tua, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Joe Burrow, and so many more. Jordan Love, Jacob Eason, Justin Herbert. I don't know, man. There's so many guys, and they can't all make it. There are going to be guys from the list I just named, the names I just listed. English is hard, whatever. But there are guys who are going to fail as quarterbacks, and I wonder who they are. Maybe it's Baker Mayfield. I'd be surprised because Baker's so talented, but I wouldn't be that shocked. But there are definitely quarterbacks that are entering the NFL or just already have entered the NFL that aren't going to make it and aren't going to have careers that I think they're potentially could have. They're going to underachieve. Somebody's going to underachieve. Who will those guys be? And then, look at 2029 right now. We're in 2020. That's 10 years away. Where will NFL teams be? The Raiders are moving to Vegas. Are the Jaguars going to move? Are the Chargers going to move? Are we going to get a team in London? I don't think so, but maybe. But where will teams literally be geographically located in 2029? Those are all the things I'm excited for in the next 10 years in sports. The best player in basketball. Will baseball be around? How's the quarterback position going to change? Those are the things I'm passionate about and the things I love in the world of sports. And that's what I'm excited for in the next 10 years. Looking forward to in the world of sports.